Hi, my name is Mandy Edwards and I own ME Marketing Services, a local marketing company here in Statesboro, Georgia. We provide marketing services for businesses that are small to medium size, some solopreneurs, and we also do some political campaign marketing as well. Where we do everything that falls under the marketing umbrella, we really focus on digital marketing, the social media, the digital ads, web, blog, anything that happens online is kind of what we tend to focus on. We have clients that we do their complete marketing, and then we have clients where we do only their social media marketing. A little bit about my background. I graduated from the Terry College of Business at the University of Georgia 20 years ago this year with a degree in marketing. And from there, I went straight into the marketing world. I started out in print advertising sales with the local newspaper company and worked in a couple different newspapers doing print ad sales for about the first 5 years. And then segued into doing local store marketing for Chick-fil-A. Then I did that for about 3 years and then took a little break after my youngest daughter was born. Just had to take some time after working 50 hours a week and started picking up contract jobs here and there. Different businesses who got to know me wanted to hire me to do different projects. And so I looped it 10 years ago in June into the company it is now. And we're very blessed to be celebrating 10 years this year because a lot of small businesses don't make it that far. I've always done marketing. I've always had an interest in marketing. I'm a people person, so I love getting out and talking to people, and I love helping other businesses and serving them, helping them do the best they can and reach their goals. What interested me most about what I'm doing in particular was I always had in the back of my mind, even in college, that I wanted to own my own business. And just kind of had to work my way to it because I didn't feel straight out of college I was equipped to do that. And so got the experience I needed, and then circumstances were right, the stars aligned, and I was able to start my business. And I just love getting to know the business owner, getting kind of getting your hands dirty, so to speak, and figuring out helping them identify their tone online, what their personality is going to be online, and help them really kind of craft that presence that people see when they go on their social media. Of course, when I started this company 10 years ago, we kind of thought we were going to do more of your traditional marketing and PR. However, not too long after that is when the social media boom pretty much happened. And instead of doing traditional marketing plans and strategies, we had businesses approaching us asking to help with setting up a Facebook page. And then as Instagram and Twitter and Google ads got popular, everyone's like, we need help with that. And so about 6 to 9 months in, we did a complete pivot from a comprehensive traditional marketing company to narrow down into the social media digital sphere. And so with that, we're now running ads across LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Google. We've done a few Snapchat filters. And so we really kind of dig into it, which is a lot of fun because it's always changing. So 2 days are never alike. An average day on our job, usually we come in and check email. We check periodically throughout the day our different social platforms, look for comments, likes, shares, anything we need to respond to, and then we work on different projects throughout the month. I have interns that they'll blog, so during certain times of the month we're working on those. Right now we're wrapping up all of our April content because we do all of our content a month in advance. So usually the middle of the month we start working on all of that. And so right now it's just finishing up the edits from the clients and making sure everything's scheduled and all their April content's ready to launch on the 1st. No 2 days really are ever the same because the clients we work with we have law firms, CPA firm, some retail, restaurant, a lot of professional services. And so, with all those different industries, there's something different every day going on that we have to attend to or work on. So it's kind of fun that way, that it's not the same boring day in, day out routine that some jobs are used to. Some of the biggest challenges that we have Honestly, the platform changes. Sometimes we'll be doing really great, getting a lot of engagement on some stuff, and then we'll turn around and it'll drop because Facebook decides to change, or Google's working on an algorithm change right now. Facebook is doing, a big change to combat all the iOS 14 privacy settings that are now available to Apple users. So there's a lot. The biggest challenge is keeping up with everything. But once you kind of figure out your best ways to do it, that's good. Another challenge is always competition, but competition only makes you stronger. When we started 10 years ago, we were the only company in town doing this, and now there's 3 others doing it. We all get along great. We all kind of have our own niches that we work in within the marketing world, so we all kind of work in tandem. And a few of us have actually been able to partner on some projects as well. Some of the greatest successes, any time you reach a goal for a client or you help them launch a product that's successful, those are successes. For me, a lot of it is just the biggest success of ours is the longevity of some of our clients. Most of our clients have been with us for years, and to me that's a big success because that means they trust us, they like what we're doing, and that's just the biggest compliment when clients stay with you year after year after year. Some skills and personality traits essential for this position. You've got to be willing to go with the flow because things always shift and change. You've got to be flexible. You've got to be open-minded. You definitely have to be a self-starter. You've got to be motivated. This is a position that you just cannot be micromanaged. You've got to have enough get up and go to get up in the morning and be like, okay, here's what needs to be done, or come up with new ideas, bring things to the table. There's a lot of self-motivation and self-starting working in a position like this. Whether you own a company or you're working for a marketing company, they want to see someone who's outgoing and creative. The marketing and PR, it kind of all goes together with what we do. So you've got to have someone who's willing to just take the lead on something and run with it and meet the deadline and do it right. Any advice for you guys I would give is to, really kind of be a self-motivator. I've had interns work with me that have been phenomenal. I've had interns work with me that I ended up having to redo everything they did. It's better, in something in this type of position, you have to be flexible, you have to be open-minded, and when something doesn't work, you've got to be willing to take responsibility and be held accountable. I like that our clients hold us accountable. It makes us make sure we're doing things right, dotting our I's and crossing our T's. But I would definitely have, if you're going into this straight out of graduation, you definitely have to have an understanding of all of the social platforms, all the digital platforms actually, because that would include like Google Ads and Bing Ads. You need to have a basic understanding of all of it and know how they all work. There is a learning curve. Some things you may not do or come across until you're actually in the job, but having a basic knowledge of all of it is really good too. That's going to almost be a necessity to kind of jump in and do it all, and make yourself familiar with all the different tools that you can use. I know Hootsuite is a big one that's pushed, but we use Sprout Social. There's also Buffer. There's Calendly. There's so many different apps that people use to do different things. With Calendly, like scheduling meetings. Sprout is kind of like Hootsuite. Buffer's kind of like Hootsuite. Being able to say, hey, yes, I have familiarity with all of these is a good idea too. And also on the graphic side, I know working in marketing PR, we're not exactly, graphic artists. We didn't major in that, but having, a working knowledge of what social graphics work best, how to resize something. When you're taking a picture on your phone, knowing how to frame that so you can use it in multiple ways is very important as well. Just having an understanding of the tools and the different tricks, some of the platforms have, that is going to be really good too. And also be willing and being open to learn and be held accountable for what you're doing as well. Businesses like to see people come in and be like, all right, if I didn't do this right, tell me. Because a lot of people, especially owners like myself, we don't have time to micromanage. And any other advice I would give would be just to, be creative, go outside your comfort zone. It's a very fun industry to work in with everything changing. It changes every day, and that's what makes it the most fun. If you decide to own your own business, it's a roller coaster ride. You have your highs, you have your lows, you have your good days, you have your bad days, but it's an exciting thrill that that you are putting yourself out there and doing this and being successful with it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find me online at ME Marketing Services, whether it's our website, Facebook, Instagram, it's the same name across the board. Or you can email me at Mandy, MANDY, at memarketingservices.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks.